Hi, I'm Zeos Pantera, the host of In-Ear Fetish, and we've got the cheapest IEM I've ever reviewed. I think it's even cheaper than the JBL Edge Runner there. This is $19, and it comes with a waifu. 2023, man. Actually, these probably got set to be in 2022. These are the Truthear HOLA, but even though I say Halo and Halo twice down here, and they're an 11 millimeter dynamic, which is, I don't think I've ever seen another 11 millimeter. I've seen some 14s and I've seen a ton of 10s and some 7s, but this is an 11 millimeter dynamic with like a case like this. What were those things from Sesame Street? Like wah, 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 wah. Comes with a case. It comes with an array of tips that would, honestly, like this is from like a more expensive IEM, obviously. And then we've got a card with a like a diagram of the waifu, which I'm not selling these in the yard sale because for what? It's $19. I can't ship anything across the United States for $19. And I've been sitting here now probably 15, 20 minutes longer than I normally would when I'm assessing an IM because I need to tell you what's bad about them. And I sort of am not in the mood to. I'm just going to listen to the Monogatari soundtrack a little more because it sounds fucking phenomenal. Oh God, Zeos is showing another thing. Take it, boys and girls, take it. Because Truthear just doesn't miss. So far, they're like, when you're a new company like that, and you come out and there's this banger after banger after banger, I'm just waiting for you to fail. These sound like, on initial listen, easily $100 IM. And they're perfect. Buy them. There you go. Buy 5 for $100. Give them out to all your friends and family. It took me a long time and a lot of track searching to find the flaw in them. Because that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to be just the guy that's like, praise are great, plays are great. These are fucking great. But in the right track, with the right treble, at the right volume, it can get a little grating. Just a little bit of like, oh, you know what? Yeah, these are a $19 IM. But 90% of the time, you literally can't. You're just fucking sitting in it. I'm currently playing it through the Geshelli Oracle 3 Pro with the Foz soundstage expander and bass boost, and it's just taking it. It's just taking it. Let's pop it out of there. We'll put it back in the Earman. I think I was having the most fun on the Earman. Low end was like, ha, 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 ha. They're quite hard to drive, actually, because I did a bunch of IMs yesterday, and I was testing earlier, and then I swapped to these, and it's like, where this would normally have to go to 14 to get listenable volume on this, we're at like 18 to 20, which is a significant amount higher. So I don't think you're going to be able to like power these off your phone, although, let's face it, it's 2023. There's no headphone jacks on your phone. Yeah, I'll put this back on shuffle now. Enough of Monogatari. I love this. Love the soundtrack. Ooh, Jimmy's Escape from James Horner. I am using my Dakoni foams in there, but look at them. They're a real IM. Like, these should not be a real IM. $19. If you said, hey, close your eyes, Zeos, hold this in your hand. I unpacked them with blindfolded, and I was touching them, and I'm like, all right, well, they've got plastic here, and it's got, a bunch of tips, and the wire is detachable because it's a 2-pin wire, and it plugs in here. I could never, ever, ever have guessed that these are $19. They're, like, weightless, but isn't that the goal of an IM? You don't want an IM to be heavy, except if you like OH5, OH10s, and then you do. And the wire is not even bad. Like, I can't even complain about the wire, because the wire is, I put this adapter on. I don't think it comes with one. It's a right angle 3.5 to a 2-wire, like vinyl black wire twist. It's relatively straight to the individual 2 vinyl wires. It's a good length. It's well made. Look at the strain relief on this. And you plug it into something, and you put these in your ears, and I literally was like, okay, fuck. How am I going to tell people that this is they're going to spend $19? Because now it's like, well, why would you spend $50 on an IM? Because most $50 IMs don't sound as good as these. How about $100? And then I had to sit here and just find the problem. What's the problem, Zeos? The problem is that literally the only problem, because they have low end when you power them properly, which they need fucking gobs to make the go. But other than that, they're freaking smooth. They have decent soundstage, decent imaging. I don't even know. I'm trying to like stare into the void, like not looking at that. Which, by the way, you pay $19, you only get $19 worth of waifu. Like that's it. Like where's the rest? You show her in a cute little dress over here. Where you don't even get her fucking mouth. Her mouth is like this little fun. So I mean, that's why you pay the big bucks. That's why when the Rinkos come out, you're gonna have 2 waifus for $100. But I'm hyper impressed that these exist. These take the blonde BLO3s, like, I don't want to say it takes them off the list, but if you're like, hey, I need a cheap set of IEMs, it's going to be the Truthear fucking HOLA, or Halo. I don't know what the hell they want to be. What are they on the internet? HOLA. Yeah, a PU suspension plus an LCP dome composite diaphragm. 28 ohms impedance, 94 decibels total harmonic distortion. I don't know what their sensitivity is, but like these are legit. I didn't think they'd be this legit. They even have measurements, which at first I turned it around. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of bass. And then I'm like, oh, well, never mind. I can't not give these a 100% recommendation. Even Startled Cat Girl is like, what the fuck? Because I'm sitting here and I'm just like, do I want to hear this song? Do I want to hear this song? Do I want to hear this song? How about this song? How about this song? And I want to hear all the songs because it's just this. I would gladly just give this to a family member if they're like, hey, man, I need some IEMs. And they would probably be like, holy fuck, man, what did you spend on these? The Big Come Down from 9 Inch Nails. I guess they could have a slightly wider soundstage. Like I'm just gonna list their flaws. These are a perfect IEM, except for all these things. Treble can get a little bit not crunchy, just fatiguing on very certain tracks with the volume up high. The bass is like substantial, but there's not a lot of width in the bass, if that makes sense. I mean, you can't make an IEM mono because it's 2 individual drivers unless you wired it fucked up. Jesus, that's intense. I need to lower it. I guess that I could also say the detail, like the actual detail retrieval, obviously isn't as good as like a 200, 100, or 200, or 500, or $1,000 IEM. But my God, it is delivering 98% of the sound that you give a shit about without a problem. That's even got a little bit. It's got a little bit of left go. Dead Mouse right now. This is the hook is playing, and it's just like. Just put those speakers on so I could show you the track real quick. Yeah, no. And now Peter Frampton. So here's a perfect use case for these. Peter Frampton, Lines in My Face. It's a subtle, quiet song, very, very well recorded. And it's going through some hybrid tubes, which is not required, but we need power, and this is 3 watts a channel. It almost sounds, I'm going to say the word uncolored. It's like it's so cheap they didn't put any flavor on it, but what they give you is just straight music. Like, I feel like if you told me these were, and I've actually had this happen to me, $600-700 reference monitoring IEMs, I'd fucking believe you. Because I put them in my ears, and it's like, well, these don't sound overly bassy or overly trebly, or then the sound stage is slightly narrower. I'd believe you that these are a mixing reference IEM. I don't know if the graph on the back states that as such. I don't know how it's But you know, these are getting a 100% fucking record. These are a 10 out of 10 for what they cost, because it's a price performance thing. If it's $2,000 and I don't think it's the greatest thing on earth, it's probably an 8. But if it's fucking $19 and I can't find the words to say how it's bad or worse than the other IEMs, I'd say it's a fucking 10. There's just a ratio. There's a big fucking gap for that. Oh, this beautiful Decimat with the RX-7 and the AE86, available in the link in the description. And also the Cat Girl? Wolf? Fluffy Tail. I'm going to go with Wolf. Is available in the Wallpaper Horde. I'm going to link to these. They're only available, as far as I know, on Shenzhen, because they seem to be the only retailer for Truthear, which means I gotta be like, yo, Shenzhen, what's up? Because Truthear is throwing some fucking winners. What else is on here? I've reviewed it. Fuck, we're out of Truthear stuff. So yeah, thank you to Shenzhen for sending this out. Thank you to my patrons and subscribers. Usually if I'm done with an IEM and I'm not going to keep it, I would sell it. But this is so cheap that I could just, I literally couldn't get it to you. And I'd probably need to use it as like the default, like, hey, this is the cheapest, best thing. Now it's your turn. I'm going to pull out the blondes and redo the blondes. This is wild. This is fucking crazy. Anyway, thank you to everyone. I can't believe how good these are. It's kind of scary.